Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Legacy Gaming with Atari Man 71. I am currently playing through my collection of Atari 2600 cartridges. I have over 400 games, over 350 of which are unique. Excuse me. Tonight I have three more games for you. I have Asterix, I have Mario Brothers, and I have Taz. And I will call up my script here for tonight. Sorry about that. So, first game tonight is Asterix. It is cartridge CX2696. It was released in 1983. It uses the joystick, and I have I have multiple joysticks on hand because in practice the Wicco command was a little too big. So I'm going to try to play with the Epix 500XJ controller. This is the one with the auto fire. I'm going to turn the auto fire off since you don't really need the button in Asterix and Taz. You don't really need the button. So in Mario Brothers you do, but I may switch to a different controller for Mario Brothers. So tonight I'm playing two games that are very similar, Asterix and Taz. I am of the opinion that the game Asterix was in development, but due to video game collapse in 1983, Taz was quickly modified to change the main character sprite and the sprites of the items you collect to get the product out. Or possibly vice versa, because this is the lower number. For those of you that aren't familiar with Asterix, Asterix is a cartoon magazine out of France in Europe, and it's very popular. Hence the reason the cartridge that I have is in PAL, the European Broadcast Signal. And it was first published, the cartoon was first published in 1961, and the last magazine was published in 2019. They also had a movie that came out in 2019. And like I said, there are movies and then there are also cartoons I remember from the 80s, which we watched. The story is set in 50 BC, and it's about Asterix and his adventures fighting the Roman Empire. He has a sidekick named Obelix, and he is in the later stages of the game. I won't probably get to him, but he actually has his own game that I'll be playing at a later date. So, part of the reason for my delay tonight is I was going to attempt to play the game on my PAL Atari 2600 and convert the signal to NTSC, which is the North American Television Standard, for the stream, but none of the equipment really brought the signal in properly. One of it converted it properly, but it just came in black and white, and another piece of equipment converted it, but the screen was vertically shifted downward, and then there was a lot of static on the screen. So I chose not to do that. I have a third piece of equipment on order, but it has not arrived yet. Hopefully it arrives before I play my next PAL game, but if it does not, I can always use my fallback, which I'm going to do here. So fortunately, I have my Uno cart, and I can load the game on the Uno cart to play it that way. So first, I'm going to show you the Asterix cartridge. Get a good look at it. And the end label of it has a P on it. You see that little P? That means PAL. So first I'll put that in my Atari and show you what happens when you put a PAL game into just try to run it through the NTS signal. So you can use a regular Atari to play PAL games, which is what I'm going to do in the future. The signal comes through as PAL. At least my video capture card recognizes it as PAL. And so I'm going to try to convert it with a different box. And if I can convert it and then send it into the HDMI converter box, then everything will be okay. So I will shut my static off and show you what this looks like when we try to launch it in a regular North American system. The game comes up. The colors might be off a little bit. Sometimes the screen will flicker, but you'll see. So there you see how it comes up, and it doesn't have the same refresh rate, and it doesn't have It doesn't function properly. So I will turn that off. And if you follow me on Twitter, you know I recently purchased a Uno cart. You can still get these. So if you need to know where, just leave me a comment. I'll let you know. So we turn this on, and there you see I have the Asterix game loaded. So don't need to do anything, just hit the button. And there you go. And so here it is, full color, the way that it's supposed to look. Okay, so as we saw in the instructions, the so this is the game of Asterix. So as we saw in the instructions, the difficulty switches don't matter. Each wave of the items, there's, I think, 6 items, and there's, or 5 items, and there's a wave consists of collecting 10 of each item. And I've never played it with this joystick, so we'll see how it goes. If it goes okay, then I'll continue. If not, I might switch joysticks. So let me move my keyboard out of the way so I don't bump it, because I've been known to do that before. Push the drawer in. So to start the game, you simply push the button. So this first wave is cauldrons, even though they look like money bags. So there's one. Ah, I'm going to end up resetting this game. So those are 2. Boy. Yeah, I may switch joysticks. All right. Let's see if I can hold this a little better. It's actually kind of small. So there's 2. So after you pick one, the row is protected. Oh, that was my own fault. I got greedy. 2. Oh no! I'm switching too many levels. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. Oof. Oh no! Alright, let's start all over. 2. Yeah, I'm gonna switch joysticks. I have trouble with this one. So those the things coming at you are called lyre or something, or lyre, and it's an instrument. It's basically a harp. So I'm gonna switch to my Wiko command controller as usual, even though I thought that, I think in Mario Brothers it was kind of more of an issue than this game. But this game actually is not as easy as Taz when it comes to controlling the player. So this one is a little harder. So maybe the European market, they had better twitch muscle reaction times. I don't know. Oh no. I don't have sound. What happened? Okay, this is bad. Okay, now I appear to have sound again. My yeah. Okay. Apparently something I did. Okay. You can also move left and right. Ugh. So if you catch one of these cauldrons, oh no! I was doing so good. Oh no, I thought I pushed up. Three, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Come on, one more. 10. No! Maybe. Yeah, it says to, in the game, it says to be cautious. Be cautious being close to the edges. Nothing. Oh, I guess I could have moved left or right. Oh, no. That was lucky. I didn't even move. I wasn't even looking. I thought I was one level up. I think in Tasmanian Devil, the sizes of the things are different from, and maybe the way to play this game is to memorize. Getting greedy again. Come on, I only wanted to jump up one. That's what I thought when I was originally switching to that little controller, is maybe something with a micro switch. Maybe a little better, because freaking out here. So I guess you get better at this game the more you play it. Because in practice, I was not even this good. Oh, had to say something, didn't you? Maybe it was 20 for a level, because that was about as far as I've gotten. Just so easy to die. You know, it's not a um was into decisiveness. Got lucky there. Should have just stayed where I was. This game would be better if it had a little theme music or something to it. Ugh. Just these silly sound effects. So there I started off good. I was trying to kill myself there. Ah! It's going so good. This is all good for my Taz practice because I'm playing Taz later. See, that's the thing. It's left and right, and oh boy. So that's it for this game. I'm not real disappointed that I couldn't get it working in PAL just because this game is terrible. The counterpart, Obelix, is a little fancier game. Obelix shows up in this one, but it's basically doing the same thing. You're just grabbing stuff. That's the difference between this game and Taz, is Taz just has the single player. Unfortunately, I am not able to get up to those higher levels. Maybe if my reflexes were a little better. So I'm going to change controllers yet again for the next game. And I haven't played with this controller, but we'll see how it goes. On this game. I've played with it, just not on this game. So this is actually a Commodore 64 controller, I believe. Everything I've seen online points to it being a Commodore 64, but if you know anything about the retro games, the controller plugs were the same. This one does not have, there's a version that has buttons down here on the bottom, but this one does not. So this is just a regular joystick with two buttons. The two buttons function the same, and it has the same Atari shaped plug, the tapered plug. Plug this in here. Okay, so the next game on the list is Mario. So I'll plug that in so you can get a look at it. Oh no, it reset. Well, here, let me shut it off and turn it back on. Okay. So, information about Mario Brothers. So Mario Brothers, oh, I apologize. I missed because I had so much written down for the Asterix game. So VGR ratings for this game, the graphics were rated 2 as reasonable, and playability is 3, which is worth playing. So Mario Brothers is cartridge CX2697, pardon me. It was released in 1983, and it uses a joystick controller. So everyone knows Mario Brothers. They particularly know Super Mario Brothers, but this is Mario Brothers, the predecessor. This is a Nintendo game, and it's ported pretty well. It's not perfect, but it's ported pretty well. Mario and Luigi can jump around on the screen and take out the animals that are coming out of the drain. Um, you hit them once from underneath to flip them over, and you hit them a second time to clean them up, and then you get a coin for each one you get. So I did not have this game as a kid. I didn't know anyone who had this game as a kid. I didn't even know this existed, even for Nintendo, back when I was young. I got this game in the early 2000s when I started collecting, and it's an okay play. It's not quite as good as the Nintendo version or the arcade reversion, and it's partly due to its reduced graphics. Part of it is the response in the games. VGR ratings for this game: the graphics were 3, which was decent, and the playability is 2, dry, brief enjoyment, which probably for Mario Brothers, that's similar for all the games. It's really not that exciting. Okay, so here we see Mario Brothers. Mario the Carpenter, as the instructions say. Oh, he's going to die here. Yeah. So I'm going to just select game 3. 3. One more. Okay. So I'm going to play this since it doesn't have fireballs. I hit a pound now. So there I knocked him off. Knocked him off again. Another coin. Oops. Yeah, you can't land on him. So I think the next guy's going to come off of this side, if I remember correctly. Oh no. Yeah, see, I'm stopping. Oh no. I said I'm not real good. Okay, cleared that level. Goodness. Okay, so my PAL button is gone now. So I hit it 3 times. Twice accidentally. There's my wafer. Oh no! I'm just gonna let him go. I don't have a PAL button to get him on the ground, and I struggle with this enough. Oh, this is a coin wave. So you got a certain amount of time to get the coins. So I got 4. Alright, so now we see Mr. Krabs. So you have to hit the crabs twice. Oh no, now he's angry. No! no. Okay. I gotta get better at this. I mean, I got the coins here. Uh-oh, he's angry. Probably because it's the last one. Jeez. Probably makes sense to save your POW for the last guy. Man, I don't know that I'll ever get him. No. Oh no! I had him. No. Okay, so now I see what I need to do. You need to fall down here. And then you need to jump. Woo! Ooh, it's a mix now. Crabs and turtles. This wafer is going to beat the turtle. See, with the fireballs, it adds another level of difficulty where you ah. Okay. So that's Mario Brothers. It's actually could be kind of fun. The fireballs make it very difficult. So this is the first time I played it without fireballs, and I was able to get a lot further than I was previously. Obviously, you can get large scores because there's 6 digits here. I didn't even get close to 100,000, but you see the gameplay, you see the various critters that you can get to. I didn't get to some of the higher level critters. The more you play it, the more you'll get to it. And so that brings us to our last game of the night, which is Taz. So I'll put that in. And you'll see how much, boy, it looks a lot like Asterix, the beginning of Asterix and everything. So, and this gameplay screen is the same. That what you pick up is different. So, these two games are basically a clone of each other with just some sprites changed. And I am convinced that they had trouble getting one of the two games out on time, and so they just modified the other so that they both, functioned. Taz was primarily released probably in North America, where Looney Tunes was popular, but then Asterix was released in Europe, where Asterix was probably a lot more popular than Looney Tunes. So Taz's cartridge CX2699, it was released in 1983, and it uses a joystick controller. As I said early, Taz and Asterix are basically the same game, and the sprites appear different. But I don't know which game came first, and what the uh, what the difference is. And I also wanted to play all of the Sesame Street characters in one day because they're all children's games. I'm playing this game. I said originally I really wouldn't do duplicates. This is not an exact duplicate. There are slight changes, and I was kind of hoping that I could get the PAL system up and running. I believe Obelix is next week, and so we'll see if I can get the system up and running by then. If I can't, I will load a ROM again because that game is completely different than anything else that's around it. Um, so I didn't know this game existed in the 80s. I I basically got it in the early 2000s when I started collecting. It's difficult to play just like Asterix, but maybe due to the color differences of the things and the shape differences, you identify it better when you're not looking at it that this is a bad line, that's a bad line. The other thing I've noticed is that the movement seemed better on this game. Like you didn't jump two lines, you only jumped one line. And so maybe there's a slight difference in the program there. But Taz, I found it was easier to get multiple things, so maybe I'll get to higher levels. We'll get past the cheeseburgers or the hamburgers or whatever they are by the time I I get to that. So VGR ratings for this game: the graphics were 2, which is reasonable, and the playability is 3, which is worth playing. Okay, so this is Taz again, and there aren't any levels, there aren't any difficulties. It's just grab stuff and go on. I'm gonna refer back just momentarily to the instructions to see how big a wave is. Because I was eating a lot in 50 items. 50 items. So that's the reason why in Asterix I didn't go further. You have to eat 50 items, and I was only able to eat like 15. Oh, it started. Ugh. Here I'm saying it's easier, and it's not. Yeah, I have a tendency just to slam the controller. Boy, it's not responding. All right, we'll start over. So there we got 3. On our way to 50, right? I mean, I suppose you could do it just focusing on a few layers here. You know? And see, that's the nice thing is when you clear something, when you get a cheeseburger, you can stay on that layer because the next wave will not have anything. That was close. Chose wisely. ran out of spaces. Trying to sneak in. Ooh, that was lucky. Oh! Started talking. Cheeseburgers. Mmm. Come on, give me some cheeseburgers here. Mmm. So there I got 4. 7. I got lost. Yeah, it's so easy to switch layers. Mm. Just trying to get that other one. Get greedy. That's the thing about this game. It's probably easiest to manage it using 3 layers. But you gotta, boy, you gotta figure out. It's been a problem for me here. I'm gonna. Ooh, I got all 8 that time. Maybe this is the way to hold it. He was coming for me there. Oh, I hit the button. I hit the switch. So I wonder if I have all the ones that I hit, or if it's in a single life you have to get that many. I guess we'll see. Because I want to get to the root beer floats. That's the second. Man. Oh. I was getting bored with playing those top layers. Oh, and I was so close. Man, that was stupid. I'm gonna do this, people. That's it. There's some kind of lag or something here. Maybe the controller's not working, or maybe just the game has lag. All right. Try again. Didn't start well. Man, I hit it. I heard it. All right. Well, that's going to be it for Taz. You see how similar it is to Asterix. I didn't clear 50 items, so I didn't get to the root beer floats. I got close that one time, but maybe another time if I'm playing. So I'm gonna call it a night again. If you like videos like this, if you like the games, if you like me showing like basically the history of video games or the history of Atari at least, please like, please subscribe, please follow me on Twitch, please follow me on Twitter. I'm listed under AtariMan71 in all three places. And, you know, please leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to see or, any suggestions you have. Like I said, in this game and in Asterix, maybe it's the controllers I'm using. Maybe I need to switch to the old school controller to see if I get a little more control over it. But I definitely don't seem to do well here. So, as always, stay healthy, be safe, wash your hands and social distance. I will be back tomorrow with 4 games. It's the children's CCW, but it's not children's television. It's CCW Children's Something Workshop video games. It's the Sesame Street themed games. They're going to be kind of slow, kind of boring. There's 4 of them. I'm going to play all of them. And so please tune in tomorrow or watch the video. Please like and subscribe. And as always, thank you for joining me. Have a good evening.